Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Viraj and today we guys are going to discuss polymorphism in object-oriented programming. So polymorphism is nothing but the one thing having a multiple forms. There are two types of polymorphism, method overloading and overriding. When we say the method overloading, in Python we don't support it. So what exactly happens in a method overloading? So we have a class and in same class we have a same type of method multiple time, but the signature will be the different. So let's see the class calc where we are having a three methods add, and their signatures are different. So in idle scenario, we can do this, but the method will going to get executed as soon as we create an object C1. So C1.add. So last method will by default going to execute. So it is as similar as a reassignment that we will see in a practically. So for example, if you define a equal to 10, then a equal to 20, a equal to 30. So a is going to hold the latest value. Similarly, so like if you are defining the method with the same name in a same class, so by default it will pick up the last one. So that's why whenever we are doing a c1.add 1020, we will get a one error that is missing two required positional argument, and these will be for a num3 and num4. Similarly, c1.add 10, 20, 30, then we will get an error missing one required positional argument for num4. And when we pass all the four values, like for a num1, num2, num3 and num4, we will get an addition of it, that is 100. Then second thing, that is a method overriding. In a method overriding, we are going to have a two or more classes. So which probably base and child class or derived class. Base class and derived class will have a same type of method. The signature can be different. So their implementation will be different. We can simply say that. So for example, if I'm having class A, which is having a num equal to 100, show data, and just print statement a dot show data. Similarly, class B, which is inheriting A, show data, print statement b dot show data. We are creating here object of a B class, so which will inherit all the properties from A as well as it will have its own properties. So it will only have a one method show data and one attribute which is a num 100. b1 dot show data, when we are going to call it, it will print a b dot show data as a message, and when we do the b1 dot num, it is going to do the 100. Even you can say that this is a single level inheritance, that is a to B relationship. So method overriding is possible, but it will take only for the child class. So we are overriding the changes, overriding the things in a child class. So let's see the practical implementation of this thing. Okay, so guys, let's discuss a polymorphism practically. So first thing that we are going to discuss, that is going to be method overloading. Method overloading. So what I told you in a theoretical part, so method overloading is as equivalent to reassignment. So for example, when we define a equal to 10, so A is holding right now 10 as a value, 10 as a value. So when we are going to do something like, when we are going to do A equal to 20, now A is holding a 20 as a value. Similarly, A equal to 30, so the latest value for A is going to be 30. Similarly, overloading also works. So we are going to have a class called as a calc def add self num1 comma num2 return num1 plus num2. Def add self num1 comma num2 and comma num3 return num1 plus num2 plus num3. Similarly, add self num1 comma num2 comma num3 comma num4. Return num1 plus num2 plus num3 plus num4. So guys, we can simply say that add is overloading. So it will by default it will pick up the last one. By default it will pick up the last one. To understand this, calc to understand this betterly, so what we need to do, help C1. We can see that, so calc is a class, add is a method, and we can see that the add method takes a 4 parameters, num1, num2, num3 and num4. Why we are not able to see the add with the 2 parameter, add with 3 parameters? The reason is Python doesn't support a overloading. But if we explicitly define it, then it will always pick up the last one. It is not a mandatory if the last method is having a more fields or less fields, or less or more signature. So that doesn't matter. So even it can be empty with the only self we can define it. So as soon as we are going to call add, so 10, 20, we will see the type error with the missing 2 required positional argument for num3 and num4. C1 dot add 10, 20, 30, and we can see that missing 1 required positional for a num4, and C1 dot add 10, 20, 30 and 40. Now it will print 100. So this is how the method overloading happens. Let's talk about a method overriding. So here we will have a more than one class, or we can simply say that inheritance will get implemented over here. So where base class and derived class will have some common attribute or method, we can say that. So num equal to 100 def show data self print a dot show data, class B inheriting A, and we can simply refine show data with self print B dot show data. Now we can do something like B1 equal to B, print dir B1. So we can see that we can access a num as well as a show data. To understand more betterly, we will use a help as a document string. B1, which is doing an inheritance, method defined here, and we cannot see that method inherited from A. The reason is same method is already available in a parent class, so it will override it. And now as soon as we are doing a B1 dot show data, it will call the only child or owner of that particular class. B1 dot num, we can see this. We can take one more example. So example number 2 over here, example number 2, and we can have a num equal to 500. So as soon as I create an object for B1, so B1 dot num, so I will get a 500, and B1 dot show data, it's still going to point to this B dot show data. Similarly, we can modify this. Example number 3, we can have something like, so we can remove the show data from a child class. So this is nothing but a simply inheritance. B1 equal to B, B1 dot show data. This time definitely it will point to the A dot show data, and B1 dot num will remain as it is, which is going to be 500. Similarly, we can take one last example with the constructor method. So by default, every class has a constructor method which is denoted with the init. So we can have a class A def init self, and you can just simply write I am in A class init method, class B inheriting A def show data self print B dot show data. So guys, what we understood in a constructor method or init method, so as soon as we create an object, it will get called. So here, imagine this B class is also having a default init method. So we are also going to have an init method over here. So what will happen, like as soon as B1 equal to B, so this method will going to get called. Explicitly we are defining it over here. So that's why this particular method will going to get called, and we can see that I am in a class init method, and as soon as we do the B1 dot show data, we will get a B dot show data. Similarly, like I will extend this example number 4.1. So I can denote it with the 4.1, and I can simply say that I will have again one more constructor method over here, but this will say that B class B1, And now this time it will not going to call this print statement. It will say that I am in a B class and init method. So this is how the method overriding and overloading is implemented. Thanks for watching this video, guys. See you in a next.